Here's Phil to tell you more.
It's now been over a week since the Asmongold interview, and I've made a concerted effort to change for the better. Overall, what do you guys think? I want to ask you, what do you guys think of the last week? Have you liked everything that's happened? Have you liked the changes and the improvements? I think you know what I'm talking about. Not only am I talking about, hey, listening to feedback, doing things on the fly, trying new games, but I'm also talking about I don't ask for contributions anymore. At all. I haven't asked for a single contribution since I got off the interview with Asmongold. And things have been absolutely stellar. So, what do you think of the changes? It's been great and positive. A chill-tastic week. It's been great. I love you, brother. Yes, it's much better. And then here's the contrast. That was all from YouTube. Here's the kick chat. I don't like the lack of songs and rewards. What are you talking about? You complained constantly about the music that I played before the stream, saying it was old and the same music over and over. Stop playing it. And you complained about the reward structure, saying you hated the fact that things were tied to financial goals. So I removed the music, and now we're not doing the tiered rewards anymore. Instead, I'm just giving you the rewards. Like today, we're just going to do DSP Tries It. I don't like it. I don't care. How about that? I just don't care. Your opinion is irrelevant. Okay? Good Lord. Anyway. Thank you, Robbie. Robbie says, I came over from Asmongold's stream. I enjoy your chill content. It's nice to listen to in the background or at night when I'm winding down. Sounds great. I'm glad to hear that. A lot of people have told me that over the years. All right. Okay, I'm just going to get rid of this guy too. Really, I'm just going to get rid of the toxic influences from now on. There's no reason to even respond to them. Just remove them. And just move on. Enough with the toxic people who are here just to troll. Okay. Frosted Shard says, well, what's wrong with asking for support? Well, here's the thing. All right. I never asked for support till I had to. It's true. I was a content creator from the year of 2008, all the way up to 2017. During that time frame, most of everything I did was based on on-demand videos on YouTube. I make the video, you watch it, ads play, that's my living. I actually strongly criticized people who asked for support. I didn't like it. I even said, guys, like there were other content creators at the time, like Angry Joe was one I particularly remember. People would bring up, why don't you stream like Angry Joe? Angry Joe does streams, he monetizes them, he has subs, and he has pop-ups and all this. And I said, I don't want to do that. I said, I just want to focus on the gameplay. That's what I'm all about. And then what happens is it comes back and it bites me in the butt because I'm not thinking forward. I'm not thinking about the future. I'm not thinking that YouTube will ever change, that my channel will decline. I'm just thinking everything's going to be rainbows and unicorns forever. And then things change. And then all of a sudden my channel gets tampered with. I lose ad revenue. I'm not in the algorithm anymore. YouTube has the adpocalypse. Ads are literally halve the value overnight. All this stuff happens. And now I find myself in a situation where I look like a jackass because I was the guy who always talked, oh, never taking contributions, never asked for them. And now I find myself in the position where I need to do that. So I adapted. All right. And I'm very aware that adapting made me a huge hypocrite. Okay. I know that. There's nothing I can really do about that. I just basically opened my mouth. And I shouldn't have. I shouldn't have been criticizing other people for trying to make a living.
Take your stolen credit card.
I shouldn't have. I should have never criticized people for trying to make a living. That's on me. That was me and my old self being a hater, right? Dumping on other people on the internet and saying, I don't like how they do it. That's wrong. Only the way that I say goes and is right. No one else has a right to make a living in a way that I don't approve. That was absolutely immature. That was absolutely incorrect. I never should have done it. And I used to do this kind of thing all the time. People would ask me a question about a game like Minecraft, and I'd say, everyone who plays Minecraft is a child. The game is crappy. Look at those awful graphics. What a joke of a game. Who would play that in their right mind? Then years later, I play Minecraft. I'm like, dude, this game's awesome. I love it. There's crafting. There's survival. There's all this uniqueness, different climates, amazing music and everything. This game is so cool. I'm like, damn, why did I dump on it for so long? Seriously. Like, what's my problem? But the thing is, what they say is that hindsight is 2020. That you only see those flaws in your character after they've happened. As they're happening, you don't think you're in the wrong. And that's my problem, is now I'm someone who's had 17 years of track record where I've made different mistakes at different times, and people just like to go back and point at the mistakes. And there's nothing, hey, all I can do after making those mistakes is change for the better, right? So what ends up happening is now I'm reliant on crowdfunding, people coming and throwing me contributions on a stream to make a living. It's completely different from my previous formula. So now I got to go all in. I got to ask for the subs. I got to ask for the contributions on the streams. And now what happens is people flip on me. People turn on me. But you said you're not supposed to do that. What a hypocrite DSP is for doing that. Like, why would he do that? Well, I had to. If I didn't turn into a full-time live streamer asking for contributions, I would have lost everything. I would have lost my business. I would have lost my home. I would have lost everything that I had. So I had to go all the way the other direction. And I get it. I understand why people would be like, well, that's so hypocritical. And basically, we're turning on you now. And I think there was a whole internet movement, anti-DSP, how dare he ask for contributions? I think that's what it was, honestly. To be honest, no, I don't think that actually I asked for insane amounts of contributions any more than other people. I think that what it is people categorize it in a way and say, well, here's a highlight reel of Phil asking for stuff, versus they don't do that with other people, right? They don't. Also, you got to understand levels of success. I'm someone who has a few hundred viewers a stream, and, I have to ask for things at different kinds of frequencies than maybe others do. If someone has 1,000 viewers on a stream and they don't have to ask for contributions, that's probably because there's more people giving them contributions, right? If you haven't noticed in the last week, since more of you have started showing up and supporting, I don't ask for contributions. I don't have to. Why would I? You guys are supporting me. Why do I ask for anything? So it's direct cause and effect. You know what I'm saying? So thank you. Again, you guys have allowed me to improve dramatically in the last week. Is there something wrong with asking for contributions? No. If your audience is okay with the frequency and the way you do it, then that's fine. Mine was. It was my critics, my trolls, my detractors who didn't like it. But for me, I don't like doing it. I hate doing it. I don't like asking for support at all. I wish I never have to do it ever again. So for a week, I haven't had to do it. This has been my best content creation week in a decade. I'm not kidding you. I've enjoyed myself more this last week, just relaxing with you and having fun with games, than I have had in the last decade, because I didn't have to ask for anything. So now let's keep that going. Let's keep that momentum. Let's stay positive. Let's enjoy games. Let's enjoy each other's company. Let's keep that momentum going. And let's just keep it chill. All right? Let's do it. Let's prove the internet wrong. The internet that said, you're not good enough. You don't make good enough content. Or you're nothing but an e-beggar. Let's show them different. Because for a week, I haven't. And for this week, it's been one of the best weeks I've ever had. So, prove them wrong. Okay? We have a troll who did a $5 super chat demanding that I stop talking and start playing games. No. People like hanging out with me. If you haven't noticed, a lot of the content I put out this week has just been me chilling with the audience, and people have really enjoyed it. I will talk with my audience for as long as I like, and you'll like it. And apparently you'll send me money too.
So, hint hint. So, hint hint. So, hint hint.